So, this video is going to be addressing one of the big claims and stigma surrounding the Blackhawk SERPA holster. Now, I did a video on this before, didn't do a very good job of it. I wanted to redo it, make sure it was done properly. But, setting that aside, this holster has the claims going around, and this is from research of multiple videos and forums, that this holster encourages negligent discharge, or, another quote, forces negligent discharges. These claims, absolutely not true. I'll state that from having used this holster for many years. I have used it even in the field. This holster has not failed me. There is not a single holster out there that I would trust more with my life, and I have. Now, these claims are coming out of because of where the release button is, right over the trigger well. And the claim is, oh, well, you pull it and then you press the trigger. Negligent discharge. Well, I hate to tell you this, but that is not the holster's fault. That is user error and not well-practiced safety techniques and not well-practiced trigger finger discipline. Now, here's the great thing about it. Negligent discharge from drawing from a holster can happen with any holster, period. If your idea of grabbing your pew-pew from your holster is to grab it like this, your concealed carry holster that doesn't have any kind of restraint for the pew-pew, tell me, don't you grab it like this if you're going to draw from it? If you have a nice little side leather holster, do you not grab it like this when you are drawing from it? Negligent discharge, when it comes to drawing from a holster, can happen with any holster. It's not the holster's fault. It's not the equipment's fault. I'll say it once again. It is human error and not well-practiced safety techniques and not well-practiced trigger finger discipline. You work on this to the point it becomes muscle memory. It doesn't fail you. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this. We're going to try to get this holster to encourage me to negligently discharge. Now, to do that, I'm going to be using a demonstration tool, which is it was a more expensive Airsoft M9 replica. So it doesn't have the orange tip at the front of it. It had a cap, keep the pew-pews from coming out. I will show the chamber to prove that, just that way I'm not getting flagged or something. But I'm going to go ahead and attach my SERPA holster. I got the quick disconnect system, so very easy. Now, I'm going to show the chamber. That is an airsoft pew-pew chamber. This is an airsoft pew-pew. Magazine is empty and no gas. Now, I'm going to be doing this with it on pew-pew, not safe. Also with it on single action, because that should definitely guarantee an easier negligent discharge if I'm drawing from this holster. Now, first, I'm going to demonstrate proper drawing technique from this holster and how you should be doing it and maintaining proper trigger finger discipline. Then we'll do some quick draws, both extending and going from close range, to see if you hear if I actually do, or this holster actually does encourage or force a negligent discharge. And if it's really not user error, like I state, which guarantee you right now, you're not going to hear a click. So, our firearm is holstered. Now, I'm a bit rusty. I haven't worn a holster on the pure side for a long while. I've been practiced with around the back, right up here, and it's at an angle, so I'm a bit rusty, but that's a good thing, because that should further help this holster encourage me to have a negligent discharge. Now, we're going to demonstrate. You'll grab your pew-pew. You're going to depress the release button with your pew-pew finger. You're going to withdraw. Notice where my pew-pew finger is and where it is maintaining. That is trigger finger discipline. It is not over the trigger. It is not down here. It is up here along the side of the frame. Then you'll extend, do your business, and this is how you should end. Proper safety technique. Now we're going to try and encourage this. Now, first, I want to make a quick notice about a safety feature with this holster. You're worried about the pew-pew getting taken from you. Guess what? This holster does well stopping that, because if somebody goes up and runs up and tries to grab it real quick, I want you to see I'm jerking and I'm pulling very hard. I'm pulling hard. I'm using my other hand and 2 fingers to depress this button, and it is not coming out. I'm going to let off. Now it will. Now it won't. If you're not well practiced with this holster, yeah, you're going to end up doing this and not getting it to release. You should be practiced with whatever holster you have. Now, it's very easy to do that. Airsoft replica or a completely empty, on-safe pew-pew that you are using with that holster to practice with. Now, how I'm going to do my quick draws is demonstration of how you can do that. And I highly suggest you do if you're going to intend to carry and you want to prepare for an incident where you might have to do this. All right, so we're going to do draw and extends. Still there. Like I said, rusty. Now we're going to do close. We still haven't heard this thing click. I'm going to try to see if I can force myself to grab it down lower and draw out, because that should further encourage a negligent discharge. All right, so I want you guys to see how I grabbed this and drew it from this holster, and you'll see that I have not moved. There's where my palm is. If I wrap my thumb around, this is what it would look like if I extended. This is not a proper resting point to be grabbing from. But notice where my pew-pew finger is. Even though I'm all the way down here, it is still up here. This is not an act, if you're going to try to say that. This is proper practice, training, and technique being displayed. This is muscle memory that I have from properly practicing safety techniques with a pew-pew, because safety first, always. Now, that hammer has not fallen. We did not hear any clicks. I did not manipulate anything about that hammer. That is because the SERPA holster does not encourage or force you to have negligent discharges. It is a completely fine holster. I do highly suggest it, but if you are new to carrying or new to pew-pews, I'm not saying I don't suggest getting this holster. It is a very good holster, and it has served me very well and a dear friend to me for many years. But I am saying, like I would say to anybody that's planning on carrying, practicing quick draws or anything, practice, practice, practice. Good trigger finger discipline. Practice actually drawing in a safe environment with a completely safe pew-pew, so that you're not going to go and grab this holster or any other holster with your pew-pew and automatically think you're John Wick and be able to do it. It's not going to happen. Practice proper, good safety techniques, okay? Don't blame it on your equipment. If you liked this video, enjoyed this video, or enjoyed this holster and seeing this, check out my other videos. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all again, hopefully.